Hello folks, I'm Dean with Dean's Woodworking. Welcome to the shop. Y'all come on in. We're turning a mallet today. You see, we hit 500 subscribers, and I said all along, when we hit 500, we would turn a mallet and give it away. Stick around to the end and I'll tell you exactly what you've got to do to win a mallet. And in the meantime, let me show you how to turn one, okay? Thanks, y'all make yourself comfortable. So folks, what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of measurements real quick off of a mallet that I made some time ago that I've really enjoyed. They don't have to be exactly the same, but since this one has worked out so well for me, I'm going to at least get it close, okay? So let's first kind of make us some lines and see about where we're at. So I'm going to say the end of that's there. There we go. And that's the end there. Okay. So now all I did there was come in and get a rough estimate of where the end is, where we start the handle and where the handle ends. Now I'm going to take these calipers, put them on here, and I am going to make it just slightly bigger than what this is so that we can come in with a parting tool and get some rough dimensions, okay? And we're going to get our rough dimension down here just before this drops into the handle. And again, we're going to make it just a little bit bigger. Because remember that old saying, you can always take it off, but you can't add it back. Now one little caution. If you're going to be using a set of these for this, go in and round that end off and make sure it's nice and smooth and round. It doesn't have a point to catch. So coming on down to the handle, we're just going to pick up another spot there. And of course this is this area just past the so we've got that size. We're going to come on down here to this portion of the handle right here. So right in here. And again, we're leaving that just a little bit large. And that's going to be this area right in here. And kind of avoid getting that in there too tight. Okay, so we're going to be a little bit larger than that in the middle. So we're going to open it up just a little bit for this middle section here. And then we'll come into this very back, and that's probably the smallest section of the mallet right there, just about a ½ inch back from the end. So folks, what we did by making these different size marks, Now all we've got to do is basically connect the dots. All right, so I'm going to get my 1-inch skew chisel and we're going to get started with that process, okay? We're just going to do some peeling cuts right here on the end. Just kind of start bringing that on down. Okay. Okay, so basically that's the shape of the mallet. We're going to come in and we're going to peel a little bit off this end. And as we do, we're just going to kind of angle it back. Again, we're just rounding that down. We're going to come back in here and do the same thing on this end. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to grab a spindle gouge. I'm going to come in and just round this off right here just a little bit. And we're just going to come in here and join these two so they meet. Okay, we're pretty close on this part. Now, one of the things that I suggest you do is put your hand on that and feel of it. Is it too big? Is it too small? Is it just right? You want to make sure that handle is comfortable in your hand. So this is looking pretty good. We're going to take one final skew cut on it. We'll probably hit it with just a little bit of sandpaper. This down here is looking pretty good. Go ahead and finish that up right there. Take a look at that, see how that feels. Pretty good, like I said, just a little bit of sandpaper. I think that'll be good. I'm going to come in and take just a couple of straight cuts right in there. One of the things you want to do when you've got a sharp corner like this right here is just do just a little bit of break on that corner. First of all, you don't want to cut yourself, and if you touch that sharp corner while this thing's turning, that is very likely to happen. And up to now we've been working primarily with a skew. The rest of this will be primarily with a spindle gouge, so I'm going to go ahead and lower that tool rest just a bit. We're going to come in and make some cleanup cuts right here. Let's take our parting tool, Come in. This is going to be the end of our mallet. So let's just come in here and make a couple of relief cuts. And we'll do some peeling cuts to get that down a little closer to the size we want it. We don't need it to be that big. And now at this point, we're just going to be in here and rolling this over. Okay guys, we've got this thing pretty well shaped out. We're going to do some real quick sanding. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time sanding it. It is a mallet. We're going to beat it up, or you're going to beat it up when you win it. So I will be back in just a moment after sanding this thing up. In the meantime, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and I'll be right back in a minute with the details on what you've got to do to win this mallet and also to finish it up, okay? Thanks for watching. I'll be right back. Okay folks, so we've finished the sanding and we're ready to get back to the last little touches on this. I want to go ahead and put some burn rings on it. I want it to look just a little bit nicer than just the plain Jane it is now. So let's go ahead and do that at this point. What we'll do is we'll come in and right up here, we're going to make two little marks. We're going to do two in the middle. And then we're going to do two right here at this end. Now we're going to come in with a guitar string, two blocks of wood, and we're just going to hold that and burn a ring right in there, followed by, you get the idea. Just dresses it up just a little bit. And by the way, it is your mallet, so I want it to look nice. Once we've got that done, we'll come in with just a little bit of 320 sandpaper. All that's going to do is kind of knock the staining from the burn off. Absolutely looks great. At this point, we're going to go ahead and coat this with some antique oil. This is green wood. It's another project of what can you make from a branch or a limb. This one that I made for myself several years ago, and I use it daily, has been working great. It was made from an oak limb. That's exactly what this is, made from an oak limb. So I fully well expect whoever gets this can use it, abuse it, and will have it for a long, long time. The primary reason we are coating this with antique oil is not so much a finish, but a sealer to seal it and slow down the drying process of that green wood. So we'll just let that set there a few minutes. Okay, what I'm doing now is just taking that rag and just kind of letting it heat up that finish just a little bit. We want to kind of get that down into the wood. Again, we're not looking for a film finish on this, and you absolutely can build antique oil up to a film finish. But what I'm looking for here is more of a sealer. Okay, so what I've got here is just a little piece of beeswax, and we're going to go ahead and put some beeswax on it. Now that we've got the beeswax on it, we're just going to turn it around to the clean side of the rag and buff that in. Again, we've turned the speed up a little bit to melt that beeswax, and that will cause it to dry out very, very slowly over the next several months. We have a mallet that is, for all intents and purposes, finished. We're going to take and part it off here and give it away. So your next question may be, what do I need to do to be able to get that mallet? Okay, two things. I'm going to put all of the rules below the description under the video, so everybody has a place they can go and look at them. Unfortunately, for the folks outside of the United States, this is going to be limited to people in the United States. And what you need to do to be able to qualify to win this thing is a couple of things. Number one, go in and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then go to the comments and just put Mallet and then the word subscribed. And I will know that you want to be put in the drawing for the Mallet and that you have subscribed. And what we will do is I'm going to allow this to go on for 3 weeks so everybody gets a chance to view it and see it. And in 3 weeks, we will have a drawing on the shop update 3 weeks from today. And we will announce the name at that point of who wins the Mallet. Folks, I hope you enjoyed watching the video on how to make the Mallet. I wish every one of you luck in winning it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy turning.